that's why I see that our emphasis, the gospel, is the resurrection. Because when we're preaching the resurrection, men are being raised from the dead. We preach the resurrection. Now Christ is alive. Christ has risen from the dead. So when you have faith that Christ has risen from the dead, you will be risen from the dead. That's the meaning. Just as Christ was risen from the dead, we too might walk in the newness of life. It's because Christ was risen from the dead. That's why we are walking in the newness of life we have received in the resurrection. How did we receive the newness of life? We have faith in the resurrection, the dead, burial, and resurrection. That's what gives us the newness of life. So now we are having the newness of life. We have the new life. If you receive the gospel today, it is today you have life. Yesterday you had no life. So your life begins today. So when were you resurrected? Today. It's as simple as that. Resurrection. So that's the ongoing resurrection. Ongoing. There's an ongoing resurrection on a daily basis. Ongoing. Okay, so there's an ongoing resurrection where men are being raised from the dead. When you preach the gospel, what happened? That man is raised from the dead. When you preach the gospel, what happened? He's been raised from the dead. When you preach the gospel, when somebody has faith, he's being raised from the dead. When you preach the gospel, he has faith, he's being raised from the dead. You preach the gospel, you have faith, he's raised from the dead. You preach the gospel, he has faith, he's raised from the dead. So outside Christ, outside believing, having faith in Christ, you cannot be raised from the dead. You'll just be dead. That's the meaning. Means you cannot be united with God outside Christ. So when you believe the gospel, you are united with God in Christ. When you believe the gospel, you are united with God in Christ Jesus. So that's we might walk in the newness of life. So we are just on the emphasis on life. That Jesus is life. So outside Jesus, there is no life. That's it. So Jesus Christ is life. So there's no religion out there that can guarantee you life. No religion out there. No other person can guarantee you life. Life is a person. His name is Jesus. So only Jesus gives life. It's as simple as that. So if Jesus is not God, he doesn't have the guarantee to give life. So it's because Jesus is God. That's why he has the guarantee to give life. So Jesus is God Almighty. Jesus is God Almighty. That's why he has the guarantee to give life. That's why he has the guarantee to give life. So Jesus is God